Mixtape is a weird game. In fact, it's more movie than video game. And normally that would be a major point of complaint for me, but given Mixtape's style and substance, its goal isn't to give you a sense of progression through meaningless numbers. It aims to deliver a deeply relatable story. With that aim, it won't be for everyone. The younger audience drawn in by the cool animation style will probably drop out once the skateboard intro has run its course. But for the older players, those of us with a bit of life and history behind them, it's something more. Watch on and find out why. At its heart, Mixtape is a coming-of-age story, with Stacey Rockford serving as its core character and fourth-wall-breaking narrator. She's a massive music lover, as becomes instantly obvious, and she's planning to head to the Big Apple to chase her dream job in the music biz. The flights are booked, the bags are packed. The last thing to do is have one more glorious day and night with her best mates, Cassandra and Slater. This sees our teenage trio on a mission to hunt down some booze for the big blowout party taking place that night. But, as with all missions, there are some hiccups along the way, and it's hard not to smile as the story weaves through time, taking you back through older memories of the trio and the current dilemma they're in. All with Stacey's Mixtape serving as the soundtrack and the unofficial fourth member of the crew. It's a lovely story with some genuinely touching moments. If you've lived through your teenage years, you'll probably find some of it hitting close to home. I know I did. As an older geezer with distant memories of causing trouble with my mates, that's the real gripper here. Because, as I will explain shortly, the gameplay kind of takes a backseat to let the story take the reins. Before I hit download on Game Pass, I assumed that Mixtape was a skating game with a cool soundtrack. It's not. I'd only seen a brief trailer, so I was going in pretty much blind, with expectations of pulling off kickflips down stair sets while indie rock blasted in my ears. And while you do get to do some downhill skating, it's minimal. And it's definitely not the focus of the game. It's just a small segment, a teaser of mechanical freedom before the game shifts gears. The rest of the experience is essentially a compilation of narrative minigames, broken up with walking and talking exploration sequences. Now in any other game, compilation of minigames is usually code for, we ran out of ideas. But here, it actually works. The gameplay doesn't exist to challenge your reflexes. It exists to ground you in the memory Stacey is sharing. And that's not a negative. I thoroughly enjoyed the moments the game gave me some agency, even if that agency was incredibly simple. We're talking about letting you skim stones across a lake, twat baseballs into the distance, or just wander around a bedroom looking at posters. It's interactive storytelling in its purest form, with each little vignette being a playable memory, purposefully loose and dreamy, letting you soak in the atmosphere and enjoy a soundtrack that I'd have never put together myself in 1,000 lifetimes. It forces you to slow down. You aren't chasing a high score, you're just being a teenager in the 90s, wasting time with your mates before life hits the shuffle button. To pull off a game that relies so heavily on 90s nostalgia, the visuals have to carry their weight and deliver the results while still being modern enough to justify being a current-gen only game. And Mixtape delivers, with a blend of stop-motion inspired animated characters looking like they've been pulled from a 90s movie, against the backdrop of a crisp and clean world. A mix of modern and retro that feels great, even if it is a little bit weird at first. That weird imperfection makes it feel very human, and in today's world of AI shite, that's a real treat. To be able to tell right away that a human hand made what's in front of you, no second guessing. But of course the real star of the show is the music, and probably whoever had to deal with the absolute nightmare of licensing the rights to use it all. As I said, it's not a soundtrack I'd have ever put together myself. Long-time viewers will know that my Spotify is a mix of The Killers, Queen and The Streets. But I can't fault it. There's a little intro by Stacey when each song plays, giving you a quick heads up as to what to expect from the coming chapter, and what that song means to her. It's all a bit Ferris Bueller in that sense, with Stacey's stylish nods to the player. And again, it's a soundtrack that only a human with real experience and a lived life could put together, making it a bit of a revealing window into the writer's own life, something you'd never get with AI shite. One early thought I had about Mixtape was that it's kind of like the Baby Driver of video games. Not that it's an action-packed spectacle with a soundtrack that beats to the beatdowns, but that every single song serves a purpose. Nothing is random, it's all been coordinated so the crashing crescendos land precisely when they need to. and the quiet moments give the characters' voices room to be heard, while never leaving the player without something to enjoy. It's a lovely little game. Weird, sure, and definitely leaning heavily on 90s nostalgia, and of course the Americana vibe is something I can't really relate to outside of my experiences with movies and TV. If you grew up grunging around in America during that time frame, it'll probably serve you more than it did me. But I still liked it, so you'll probably like it even more. I am a musical Luddite after all. If you've started plucking the grey hairs from your temples or brushing your hair in a way that hides them, this game is for you. If you've yet to lie to mum and dad about a sleepover so you can go and do stupid things with your mates, skip this track and come back once life has kicked you in the bollocks a few times. Trust me, you'll enjoy it more. Not the bollock kicking, that's always a pain. You never get used to it. And that is the end of this review. Thanks for watching, as always. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, do me a solid. Hit the like and subscribe buttons below and give that bell icon a ding so you don't miss any future videos. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.